Hello YouTube, it is Toya Ruth here with the Divas and the Details, and I have my handy dandy cape on today because I'm going to do a full face, start to finish of Pat McGrath Labs makeup. And I woke up, took my shower, put on some little jewelry so I wouldn't look totally busted, and was like, I'm going to do this video that I've been promising for like a month. So, have the cape on. I'm actually going to take a little hair clip and I'm going to get my bangs out of the way. And I'm just going to start off with Pat McGrath has the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Primer. And I'm going to do my face with primer. Oh, love the black sleek packaging. And this is actually a matte finish with the gold kind of embellishments. Very nice. And I'm going to get a little bit of the primer. This primer is creamy, almost like a lotion that's not greasy. And I'm just gonna put that on. And primers just help the makeup to apply more evenly. They also put a barrier between your face and the makeup. I washed my face this morning with the fulvic acid cleanser, which is a brightening cleanser from the Inky List. I applied some hyaluronic acid and some niacinamide. The hyaluronic acid was for moisture, and the niacinamide was for oil control. And then I finished with the Sim Bright Moisturizer, which is another brightening moisturizer. And then I went straight to my sunscreen. My sunscreen was by Paula's Choice, and if I'm looking at it, it was the Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense Sunscreen. Just so you know. I'm gonna grab one tool that I need. I never have everything right there. Okay, I'm gonna brush my eyebrows up while I'm trying to wait for this primer to kind of get set and ready for me. And I'm just using a two-sided brush, but I only use the brush side to brush my eyebrows up. Maybelline Infallible. I did not see an eyebrow pencil from Pat McGrath, so that's why I'm using this one. I probably should be doing this in a mirror and not my computer screen, but I don't know what that is. Oh, that primer kind of balled up on me a little bit. So I just did the top. And the bottom. And then I start to fill in. On each side. My eyebrows, because I'm not a professional, I have to create an optical illusion that they are done well because I'm a regular person and not a professional. So it's just like everything else can be flawless because the eyebrows, not so much. Okay. Oh, so now that primer is a little tacky. Yay. So typically what I do is I wet my fake Beauty Blender-esque sponge with warm water because Jackie Anna taught me that you wet your Beauty Blender with warm water and then you pack on my translucent powder. So here's the deal. I got two. I normally do this with the Laura Mercier Medium Deep, but I was trying to use all Pat McGrath. So I got two translucent powders from Pat McGrath. I got this one, which is super duper dark. This is the Medium Deep 4. And then I got this one, which looks more like an under eye setting powder. But it has like a orangey goldenness about it. I'm gonna turn my light down so you can see because that was washed out how dark, oops, that is. So this was probably actually darker than the foundation that I plan to use today. So I'm gonna turn my light back up. I'm going to mix the two of them because just to give you a sense, my Laura Mercier powder is a lot lighter than this powder. So I'm going to mix the two together because I don't want to use the Laura Mercier powder in a Pat McGrath video. So I'm going to just dab in there, and you're going to see how this is a little bit darker than me, but I always do this step. Ooh, that is some serious business. So now I dab into the medium 3, and I'm just going to mix these two together. This is not perfect because, like I said, the medium deep 4 was a little too red and a little too deep. I do not want my forehead in the center of my face to be that deep. So now I wish there was a shade in between these two because, as you can see, that's off. And when I do the Laura Mercier, it kind of just melts into my skin because it matches my skin almost exactly. But for the powders, very smooth in texture, velvety finish, love that. So now I'm going to go straight to the foundation. So I have the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection foundation I got in the shade Medium Deep 26, and I wanted to show you guys, this is what the packaging looks like. And then what she did was so cool is she shows you kind of what the shade looks like there. I am just going to use a simple Sedona Lace FB07 brush to apply this. And I hope it covers up some of that off color. But this is very liquidy. It like immediately soaks into the brush. I like liquid foundations not to do that because I'm losing products into the brush. Another foundation that does that, so I probably should have used a tighter brush going forward, is the Bare Minerals foundation. If you don't use a tight brush, it just basically goes into the brush of the brush and you lose all that foundation. So this foundation is very, very, very lightweight. It almost feels like water. I got some in my hair. It almost feels like water going on my face. I always put some on my eyes. I have a little discoloration on my lid. And that's typical when you have a person of color, is that they're not all one color. I feel like I'm just putting so much on this brush and not getting much on my face. That's typically happens with people of color. We're not all one uniform shade throughout our whole body or throughout a part of our body. So for my face, my forehead is about the brightest. I have darker lids. I have some acne scarred in the cheek, and sometimes I can get a little bit darker around the sides of my mouth. So this foundation, I'm going to turn the light down. Okay. So my neck, yellow undertones. This is a little bit orange. I can try to fix this with my concealer because this is reading a little too orange for me. And you may not notice it as well on this computer screen because it's not the highest resolution. My poor little Dell. However, when I'm looking in the mirror over here, it's a little bit darker than my neck and a little bit too red. So the actual hue is too deep and the undertone is off. So that is a concern for me. I will insert a picture at the end of this video so you can see what I'm talking about. Also, this is not a matte foundation, and I have oily skin. This foundation is giving me a healthy glow. That's a concern. That is a concern. Okay, we're gonna press on though. What I am looking for is a Pat McGrath palette to do my eyes and kind of give the foundation a little bit more time. Ooh, I'm gonna pat it in with my Beauty Blender to see if that helps with the shine a little bit. Because this shine's freaking me out. Okay, that calmed down the shine a little bit. I like to apply with my brush to get more coverage, but then sometimes I have to kind of make it more seamless with the fake Beauty Blender. So I have the Pat McGrath Labs Celestial Dfinity Luxe Quad. Something tragic happened to this quad. I knocked it off my vanity when I was cheering for myself that I was able to obtain it on sale, and I broke out one of the shadows. So this is what it looks like. It actually has a protective film over it that I'll take off. Very nice packaging. Love that. And when I open it up, how tragic. That beautiful blue. So the shades were Golden Polaris, Hypnotique, Blue Blood, and Divine Dahlia. So this right here was the Golden Polaris. I think that's right, Golden Polaris. This was the Blue Blood that is gone. Hypnotic and Divine Dahlia. Very sad, but I'm gonna find a way to use that anyway. So I'm gonna go in to this shade right here, which is, it looks kind of like if I were walking on the beach in the evening. It kind of is some browns with a mixture of like broken, I say shells in there. It has like some flecks of different colors, blues, greens. It's very beautiful. So I'm gonna go into that shade kind of heavily. And I can't even begin to describe in person because my computer is not doing it justice how beautiful this particular eyeshadow palette is. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm just doing that in my crease and a little bit over my lid. Oh, Lord, I'm hoping that I have enough blue to do. So I can see it on here. Turn this light down a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll just take some still pictures and stick them in here because it's hard to see the way this lighting is set up. Oh, and that was just an e.l.f. crease brush. So now I'm taking a Morphe 422 brush. And I'm going into the little bit of blue that I have. So sad. Ooh, that is some pigment for me. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh, was not expecting all of that. Juicy pigment. Oh, now it makes me even more sad that that shade is destroyed. I'm gonna look on the website and see if they have some more, but the thing that was so cool about my previous situation, it was that I got it on sale. So it is still tragic. I'm still sad. I want this to pick up a little bit more so that there is a greater contrast between the blue, and I'm just using a fast windshield wiper motion. With that darker, like brownish shade. Now I'm going into this kind of deep maroon blood shade, and I'm going to do that around the crease and the corner. Okay, this is giving me so much joy. How pigmented. This is not a morning look that I am doing, but it is all good. Because this is showing up an evening type of vibe. But we're just gonna lean into it and embrace it. Okay. Then I'm taking an e.l.f. kind of angled brush, and I'm gonna hit up this gold in the I normally do mattes on my brow bone, so I don't know if I'm gonna regret this or not, because it's normally all matte in my brow bone. I don't have the proper brush for it, so I'm gonna use the very tip of this. I wanna do some of that gold. I didn't wanna have to go off camera again, but I did the little gold over here in the corners of my eyes. And I'm gonna dust a little bit of that brown underneath my eye. Okay, that's a lot going on there. But I promise, when the face is finally done, it will come together. For concealer, I have MD23 for my under eye concealer. I'm gonna put that on. This is probably like 3 shades lighter than my complexion, or 4. And it's really, really yellow. I am very happy about that because, like I said earlier, I grabbed the foundation online and didn't know that it was going to be this red. And I do kind of like a short, wide fan because my face is on the slim side, and I don't want to make it look slimmer. I want it to look wider and more plump. So I'm gonna have to let this kind of chill for a little bit. While I'm letting that chill for a little bit, wanted to show you the Pat McGrath mini lip fetish lip trio. I like the fact that she has like these little jewels in there. And in there is the little trio. Just trying to let that concealer dry down. And the trio has like little lips on there. How cute is that? I'm going to moisturize my lips with the Clear Balm. And it feels really creamy on your lips. And it's so little. It can go in, like, for summer, a crossbody bag very easily when you just want to carry your IV so that you can get some libations, those nice drinks. And you want to carry your phone and something to moisturize those lips. Another shade that it has in there is this shade right here, which is a deep rosy color. I'm going to turn that light down so you can see how deep it is. So pretty deep rosy color. And this shade is called Flesh 3. And that's actually another balm. So it's going to go on pretty sheer. And then there's this one, which most people would say is a nude. And this is called Blow Up. And it's a sheer contour balm. Since I have so much going on with my eyes, I am going to stick to that kind of calm lip. I need to get a lip liner. I didn't see any dark brown lip liners from Pat McGrath, so I'm going to use my NYX lip liner, and this is in the shade Cappuccino. And I'm going to use Blow Up, which is the sheer contour lip balm that looks kind of neutral. Oh no, that made me sad. I was using it too hard and it kind of tried to break on it. Jesus, it broke because I had it turned up all the way. No. So let's just put that back. And I'm going to move on to the Pat McGrath Labs Sunset Rose. This is a beautiful iridescent pink lip gloss. And when I tell you, this feels so good on my lips. Love the way that feels. Okay, let's try to blend out my concealer. Okay, I will say about the concealer, it has dried down considerably. So you can let your concealer dry down as a practice like I do, so that it doesn't just completely go away by being too wet, and then you go in to try to blend and you're just wiping away both the concealer and your foundation. However, you don't have to wait more than probably a minute, because this dries down fast. I think the concealer that dries down faster than this is the Beauty Bakery, really foundation and concealers, and you really have to move. So this is not as fast as Beauty Bakery, but it's not like a NARS concealer that you can let like sit forever and, you know, twist your hair basically. Because NARS concealers have much more moisture in them. Those are some of my favorite concealers because they have like the perfect undertone for me, like the right amount of yellow gold, but in various shades of darkness. So now that I have blended out, and blending is key, that concealer, the foundation to me is less harsh. I'm going to tone this down so you can see. Now the foundation is less harsh. It did not get any lighter. It did not get any less red, but because I put the center of my face in the correct undertone family, people tend to be drawn to the center of your face. They look at your eyes, they look at your teeth. So if the center of your face is right, the edges can be a little wrong. So I try to get the center of my face correct. So, looking better. Like that. So now, I am going to use the medium 3 setting powder. Now, this is going on beautifully. Love the texture of this setting powder. It's actually doing better for me above my makeup than it was below the makeup. For whatever reason, I'm not sure, but it just feels to me and looks better below my makeup than it did above. Now I'm going to go to Auntie Pat. We have several eyeliners. So I have this Xtreme Black Kohl pencil. I'm going to try it. Huh, that looks good. This looks as though it doesn't go up or down, but it looks as though you can sharpen it. Don't mind a little bit of blue that I got on it from the eye makeup that I already have on. But yeah, that was nice. It is the Permagel Ultra Glide Eye Pencil, and this is an Xtreme Black, and I think that looks really cool and dramatic underneath my eyes. And then we have, this is a mascara. I thought we had another, oh, here it is. Okay, so then we have the Pat McGrath Labs. It doesn't say, but this is a felt eyeliner. So let's see what I can do with this felt eyeliner. I normally go for liquid liners. Oh, but this goes on very smooth. It's not dragging my eye the way some felt liners can do. Oh, very precise. Like that. I like wings. I've never done a wing with a felt liner. I've only done it with a liquid liner. But hey, what the heck? Let's... The wing, not as precise, but that might just be user error. So guess what? Gonna just clean that up a little bit. So that just might be user error because I'm used to using a liquid liner. And I just might not be good at that. I did do a little bit better on this side than I did initially. So I'm thinking, yeah, I just didn't know what I was doing. So yeah, I'm thinking I just didn't know what the heck I was doing on this side. Okay. So then we have the Pat McGrath Labs Fetishized Mascara. Yay. Ooh, this is a big one. So I kind of go at the base. I'm going to shake it around. Now, mind you, I don't have on false lashes, and my eyelids are super duper tightly curled. I don't know if you can see how my eyelashes curl up under, like seriously curl up under. So I'm not the best person to say whether or not and mascara works, but if you can get my eyes to open up or my lashes to spread out and lengthen, any lashes can spread out and lengthen because mine are like, not today, Satan. My eyelashes are like, we want to be curled the way God made us. So there you have it. I need to brush my eyebrows together. I'm gonna take this out. I'm gonna turn the light down a little bit so you guys can see. And I must say, this is a pulled together look. It's too dramatic for daytime, but la 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 la, who cares? They're gonna get this nighttime look in the daytime. Like, just own it. Just walk out in your truth. Wearing dramatic makeup in the daytime. So I'm gonna take some still pictures with my Samsung S10 Plus, so you'll get a sense of what I'm using, so that we can get something that looks a little bit more high resolution than my laptop. So just hang in there with me. I'll be right back, and I will insert those pictures.